Evening, everyone. Welcome to TMA Friday Night Live. With the Pigeon, I'll be joined by Super Danny Iron very, very shortly. Let's get all your opinions through for the game that's coming up at the weekend at the Vic between the Hornets and Middlesbrough. Tough game. We're looking forward to this. We desperately need to bounce back after defeat. Shocking defeat away at Preston. Just big shout out as always. We are proud and honoured to be in association with the Watford Football Club, Former Players Club, fronted by Watford left back, FA Cup final left back Neil Price, and Watford's favourite son, Luther Blissett. Head on over to facebook.com/tailor-made for community. Right, okay, so what I'll do is let's get all your opinions through. Dan, evening, mate. He says, I've heard I wanted to watch tonight. He's probably missed it. Yeah. Well, I don't know whether we've been insulted that he missed it or not, mate, to be fair. But, yeah, that's the thing. There'll be plenty to talk about today, especially who we're going to start. Me and Danny pretty much agreed on the lineup. It's exactly the same. Either one of us have predicted. So let's get all your lineups through, predictions. And if you want to talk anything about Preston, you're more than welcome to as well. But let's try and move on to the future and try and move on to Saturday. Good evening. The man, the myth, the legend, Super Danny Iron. You right, mate?
Yeah, evening, mate. So, apologies about that. Sorry. Disgusting,
mate. If anyone wants to slaughter him in the comments, please do as well. So, no, and a big shout out to Becky as well.
Yeah,
mate, I've just literally just kicked off with it, and Dan's put on about Bio. He's probably missed the show. He's going to watch this today, but no doubt he's missed it. But look, go, skipping through a bit of the Preston game and on to obviously what we're looking forward to with Borough. I don't know what to think, but Sod's Law will win this tomorrow.
Yeah, Sod's Law. I mean, I don't know about you, but I cannot work out what us this season. Get thrashed by Norwich, beat top of the league, get thrashed by Preston. I cannot work us out at the moment. I mean, yes, obviously both the thrashes have been away from home. The win was at home. I mean, it's a complete contrast. Our home form to our away form is ridiculous, and I can't put my finger on what's going wrong away from home. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, look at last season when we looked half decent away, and then we just couldn't buy a win at home.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd rather us have the dominant home form, and then eventually the away points will come. It's when you're doing well away and you're doing so shit at home, because eventually the away form will peter away, and then you rely on your home form. So,
yeah,
in a way, it's a bit more positive than what we had last season. But it
is. But successful teams tend to make their home a fortress, and then they pick up a lot of points away from home. And at the moment, our Vicarage Road's a fortress at the moment, and we can't even get a point away from home. So it's and who's the next away game against? So it doesn't really get any much easier, to be honest, does it? So I mean, we'll talk about the derby near the time, but going into that game, obviously it's vital we get a win tomorrow for South. Obviously it's not ideal, having that international break, a week before. But if you think about it, us and Luton are really going into that game on pretty average form. So it's either going to be probably one of the worst derbies we've ever seen, or it's going to be an absolute goal fest because we're both shit in defence. So on to tomorrow. It will be Sod's Law we'll win. I actually think we will win tomorrow because like I said, our home form has been superb. I think we will see a reaction. We saw a reaction after the Norwich game, and I think we will see another reaction tomorrow. It's going to be interesting what team we pick tomorrow. I mean, we'll go through our predicted team and later on, but I'd imagine there will be 3 or 4 changes tomorrow.
Absolutely. Dan says with no striker, all opposition needs to do is put two on Dave to keep him quiet. Evening, Gary. The old man's here. He says, I feel we can't use Bar up front. Feel the best position is on the wing, not up front. What do you guys reckon? I said that. I slaughtered him, and I criticised him, shall I say, for his because I said let's start him up front after Sunderland, and obviously
you weren't the only one. I was even calling him to start up front, but I think he needs to be running at players and just making a fool of defenders. You know, he can't be that last person in attack. He needs to be just running at players. You know, for me, you know, he had that chance, you know, early on against Preston, 1-on-1. Should have probably scored. Well, he definitely should have scored. Straight at the keeper. Definitely would lots him on the wing. But then who plays up front? You know, anybody but Bayo. Seriously, I mean, I don't understand why Doumbia is not getting a look in at the moment. Why are we not giving Doumbia a chance?
Oh, 100%, mate. Look, you know, I originally said, and I'll go back to my original statement before Sunderland, like you said, you're completely right. He's a forward, he's not a striker. He's a player that can play on the wings, play behind the striker, not the main man. He just does not hold it up. Obviously he's not his strength, you know. He's a big lad, but in terms of his football skills, it's not his strength. He's better be on the striker working alongside Dave. So let's keep him there, or an impact sub. So yeah, that's pretty much nailed on with Bar, but he's class. I still think Bar's a class player. He's just we tried it and it just didn't work. And if I'll guarantee you'll see a better player tomorrow. Playing in his more position. Ebosele I still think he's brilliant. I mean, none of them covered themselves in much glory on Wednesday. It was just shit all round. But look at this. We got spanked away at Millwall, and what happened the game after?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you said that nobody really covered themselves in glory on Wednesday, but I thought two players actually. Well, one player definitely, Matty Pollock again. I thought he was, you know, I thought he was brilliant again. Yeah, you're watching him, and he's 2-3 down. He's like, come on, lads, let's go. You know, he's an absolute back. Matty Pollock for me is just an absolute class act for me, and I think.
He has been our best player this season.
Oh, by far, mate. Yes, obviously in glimpses, you know, we all know pound for pound, Georgie Chapdatse is our best player, most talented player. But in terms of form, Matty Pollock head and shoulders above anyone this season for me, anyway. Shout out to James Morris as well. I thought he's been solid. Didn't like him personally in the back four playing left centre back on Wednesday. Got to be honest, didn't suit him. You know, you had Ken Semmer, who's a winger playing left back. You had James Morris, who's left back by trade, playing left centre back. Didn't like the balance of that back four, but you know, on we move. But yeah, for me, Matty Pollock hands down has been our best player, and he was one of the shining lights on Wednesday for sure. Yeah,
I mean, it was just bad all round. I mean, we're going to have games under Clevs like that because we're still.
At least he didn't go.
Oh, mate! I mean, I was fortunate. I was just sitting down watching it at work when I had a spare 5 minutes.
How tired I was so tired when I woke up Thursday morning.
Yeah, I was walking around in between jobs when I got a spare 5 minutes or half an hour trying to watch it, and for most of it I managed to get. For watching it was just bloody awful. But look, on to Borough. This is going to be a test. I mean, they're bang with us at the moment, just beyond the playoffs. Great result midweek against West Brom. I mean, that's one of the top of the table sides. No, you know, they're no mugs. They'll be in and around the playoff picture, West Brom. So they're really kicking on under Carrick. He's a good coach as well. I mean, didn't they make the playoffs 2 seasons ago? They fell a bit short last season, and they're going big guns again, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. I mean, Middlesbrough, you know, like you said, since Michael Carrick's come in, he's turned around. He's made him an absolute strength in this season. I mean, Middlesbrough, you know, you know, they got. I think they got relegated from the Prem. I think what was it, 16-17? I think something like that. I can't remember. And I think in between that point and Michael Carrick, they were sort of hovering around sort of mid-table. And Michael Carrick's come in, he's done an excellent job. He really has. You got to take your hat off to him. Really, he's the next job. And for me, they'll be top 6 this season without a shadow of a doubt. So it will be a tough game tomorrow.
Exactly. Like I say, they had a fantastic win midweek away at West Brom. Beat Stoke before that. Obviously fell short against Sunderland 1-0, but a lot of teams have. Obviously, apart from the Hornets, but there's been a few teams that have fell short. I'm just looking at the notable players. I mean, they got rid of McNear, which is probably their high-profile player they got rid of. So let's have a look. So, yeah, they're currently 7th. They're just above us by a point. 1-4, drawn 2, lost 2, scored 9, conceded 5. I'd like to say 14 points. So, I mean, you look at our goal record. I mean, we scored 12, we conceded 13. Really, if you're looking at what our form, to be honest, it's probably where I said we would be, around 10th to 12th at the end of the season. Question for you, Mark. I'll throw this. Jebison. Dan saying give Jebison a couple of full matches. If it doesn't work out, send him back and recall Rajovic. What do you reckon, mate?
Yeah, I mean, I've said to many people that I believe Jebison will come good. I think he will start scoring goals, but Dan's made an excellent point. Need to give him some starts, give him a run in the side, see what he can do. And obviously, if he goes, for example, 7-8 games without a goal, then obviously you probably have to look at maybe sending him back on loan, and then why not recall Rajovic? But I don't think Rajovic will come back this season. That's just my opinion. But I do believe Jebison will start hitting the goal soon, and it starts tomorrow. Give him a start tomorrow, and he needs a run in the side. That's he cleverly wanted him, so it cleverly needs to be playing him. He needs to start proving that he wanted him, and hopefully Jebison will start scoring.
Absolutely. Let me just quickly drop this down as well. Mark will be with your comment in a minute. So yeah, pretty much the side that that I said as well, but you put up, and I immediately agreed with it. Do you want to go through it, mate?
Yeah. Obviously, they've already said that Batman won't be fit now until after the international breaks. Obviously, Jonathan Bond, don't need to say anything about that. Back three, I thought, I don't think probably change that back three. Obviously, Serrato's injured. Porteous just looks a maniac at the moment, so I think you stick with them three at the moment. I mean, I forgot to mention Ogbono again. He just looks so calm and composed on the ball. I mean, he's just so obviously he's experienced, but you can tell the way he plays the game. It just looks easy for him, playing out from the back and stuff. Wing backs. Ryan Andrews. When Ryan Andrews come on, he really frustrating me at the moment, Ryan Andrews, because the boy is clearly talented, but something's just not there at the moment. I do think he just needs, he shouldn't even be playing. Just taking off the squad completely. Just when he's playing, he just doesn't offer anything. Now, at the moment, I think Ebisele is offering more. Again, Larouci, it's either Ken Sema or Larouci. So Larouci plays. Tom Delly for me comes back in. I mean, it's easy to say because we lost 3-0. But Deli Bashiri, we missed him on Wednesday big time. That's just my opinion. I don't know what anybody else thinks, but we definitely missed him. Loser. I don't know what. I mean, it was a big chance for Imran Loser on Wednesday, and unfortunately he didn't take it. I mean, he played the whole game, but he didn't do anything. Yeah, he sprayed a couple of balls from left to right, but didn't do anything. So them two in midfield, they are, when they're fit and when they're firing, that's the two midfielders you pick all day, every day. Obviously, Geordie Chapdatsi, he plays 100%. He plays when he's fit. Like we said before, Jebison, give him a start tomorrow. He's fit now, where he's back from that one game missing from Preston. And then Quadabar, it'd be so unfair for him to be dropped after the performance on Wednesday, because he wasn't playing in his natural position. Koyembe again, he's just since the Stoke game, he's just completely fallen off the cliff. Don't know what he actually brings to the side. He doesn't press. Can't hold the ball. Can't really dribble. So what's he actually doing there? So for me, you either picking Bar or Vata at the moment. You're probably going with Quadro Bar.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly the side that I put. The only one you would say, big shout out to Big Dave, by the way, says Ince has to start. But Bashiru, if you don't have Bashiru, then you just stick Kiembe in the centre, because he can't play in the role that Dave and Barr are doing. He clearly can't, like you say, he doesn't press. He'd probably be better but obviously Bashiru doesn't play. I mean, I want him to play. This is the lineup that I've shown, but obviously, unfortunately, if one of them gets an injury, that's the only place that I would see him playing, because he can't really play anywhere else.
You're saying Kiembe centre mid, but then as a centre midfielder, our centre midfielders need to be pressing and, chasing runs and stuff. But Kiembe doesn't do anything. He doesn't do any of that. No. So I think actually that's why Cleverly's playing Kiembe further forward, because he doesn't really see the benefits of playing Kiembe there, because he doesn't really do a job as centre midfielder. He does more, that attacking midfielder. But again, since the Stoke game, he hasn't done any job. So why is he actually playing? Don't know. So for me, that should be our team. That front three anyway.
Well, I mean, like you said, since the Stoke game, I mean, he was excellent at the start of the season.
He was.
I mean, he was our
brilliant.
top scorer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But,
and to be honest, I don't know. Somebody did mention about Tom Ince. I've seen a few comments on Twitter, and they won't be surprised if Tom Ince starts tomorrow. And to be honest, I won't be surprised if he starts tomorrow. But then, who's he come in for? I mean, does he take Barr out, bring Ince in, or does he play Ince in front? Who knows? But it wouldn't surprise me if Tom Ince plays tomorrow, because he's slowly. I mean, all pre-season he was playing every game, near enough every minute, and I think the last couple of games he's slowly getting more and more minutes. I mean, Man City played the whole game. Sunderland game, I think he come on after about 50, 55 minutes, and then at Preston he played sort of the last 15, 20 minutes. So I think he's slowly getting more minutes out of him. So we might see a start for Tom Ince tomorrow.
Exactly. I'm just looking at the Borough side. I mean, notable signings was Luke Ayling, ex-Leeds, decent player. I think wasn't that the guy we were looking at one stage? It was the experienced head. I think it was Luke Ayling. You got likes of Johnny Howson, Matty Clark, decent player as well. The top scorers, they've got a few on 2 goals. You've got Conway. Hackney,
honestly, mate, I'm just
Clark.
looking at them. They've got a very interesting midfield. They've got two midfielders who I think are probably one of the best in the Championship. They've got Balasla, I don't know how you pronounce his name, Balasla, and Hayden Hackney as well. Fantastic young players. So for me, their midfield is very strong. Also, they've got Johnny Howson, like you said, that experience.
Yeah, experience.
And they got a lad called Mike Hamilton, who we was linked with last year on loan from Man City. Tricky, exciting winger. So it's definitely a strong squad. So we're gonna have to be on our top game if we're gonna get a result tomorrow for sure.
Yeah, I'm just having a look. What is it? Who we got? Yeah, so like you said, the Micah Hamilton. They've got Luke Ayling on a free. Aidan Morris, Delano Bergzog from Mainz. So it's one of their top signings. Winger. Nito Borges from Clermont Foot. I don't know what the club that is, but it shows how much I've been researching. But yeah, going back to that lineup, the only change I would see from that is Barr on the bench, which I don't want to see, but Barr on the bench and Tom Ince coming in, because Ince is, for the games he's played really well. And he's certainly given Tom a selection headache. But it's quite encouraging to see, obviously, the likes of Ngakia back training. You've got Backman, like you said, available on international break, so probably should be ready for the scum. But look, form goes out the window with the derby. I mean, look, we got spanked 3-0 away at Millwall, where Pollock had an absolute mare first game. I felt really sorry for him, to be fair. And then we play Luton at home and absolutely spank them. So, we've got an international break to set the wrongs right and go into that game. I mean, what better game? I mean, we can get a result tomorrow. I'll take a draw tomorrow if we beat Luton.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, and to be honest, I would take the defeat against Preston and Norwich if we go and beat Luton. Honestly,
100%.
I wouldn't care getting I walked in the door about 2:00 in the morning, fell asleep probably about 2:45. I was up for work at 7:15. But all that, I would take all that if we go and beat Luton. I think every fan would.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael as well, because he did put this up earlier. Sorry, Mike. He says, how many points in the next 2 games? I think 4.
Draw and then beat the scum.
Yeah, 110%. I mean, if obviously I'll be wanting 6 points, 110%, Michael, all day long. But if we can't get a result can't get a win against Borough, then 110% we get one against the scum.
I mean, obviously, just imagine if we can beat the scum. I mean, what that will do to the whole club, every fan. I mean, you could just imagine what that. I mean, it will just hope. I mean, you lot think that Cleverly will know what this game means.
He does. He does. I reckon he does.
He knows what his game means, fans. You've got. I mean, obviously, you've got Lloyd Doyley in the staff. He'll know what this game means. Dan Gosling as well. I think he might have played in a previous one. I can't remember.
Well, look at Richard Johnson, John O, and Jimmy Gilligan. They could easily stand there and tell him what this means.
Yeah, I mean, this is the one game. I mean, look, that game's not tomorrow. Well, but I'm just
no.
It's just it's the best way to go into that game is for a win tomorrow. Go get a win tomorrow. But Derby is a one-off game, but you don't want to go. I mean, we saw what happened 2 years ago. We went into that away game at the Dog Kennel, just on a horrific run of form, and we got turned over. So you have to go into that game in some kind of form, and that starts tomorrow.
Well, yeah, away, I more than agree. I think it's more away than home because, like I say, we weren't in form at home. We spanked them. We were in bad form away, and we lost. Yeah. So Derby's form goes out a window in Derby games, but yeah, it does help that you're going in there with momentum because confidence. It does help confidence because you don't want to. But like we said back years ago. The lads, most of them are English lads. They all come from the Watford Academy, so we're drilled into them the meaning of the game. I mean, now, you have to have people coming in to tell them. They knew already. But look, back on the Borough, it's going to be one hell of a game. I expect it to be a really entertaining game because Borough like playing attacking football. I think we play better against teams that press us at home, especially at home. Our home form's excellent at the moment, and I think we'll see a different team tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It really is gonna be an exciting game. Like you just said, Middlesbrough, very good side. We're excellent at home. Both teams like to attack, so it's going to be an interesting one. But I think if we are going to win, we are going to have to be on our top of our game tomorrow because we can't. Yeah. I mean, if we play like we did against Preston, we're going to get absolutely torn to shreds. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's just like the Sunderland game. You need a little bit of luck as well, and you need them not to necessarily be on top of their game. And I think the only thing I would question Clevs was the last two games, the subs.
Yeah,
the subs need to be better.
Subs have been a bit strange recently. I mean, unless Clevy just sees something at training that we're not seeing. But I mean, you go back to the game last week, bringing Porteous on a right wing back. I mean, we was all baffled. Swapping. What was the triple change? It was Ince, Semmer, and Porteous. I think was the triple change, if I'm not wrong. I mean that was not the change I think anyone was expecting. But in the end, it worked. But it was a bit strange at the time. And again, the subs on Wednesday, I can't remember who it was. I mean, bring a Bale on for start. I mean, look, we didn't have a Bale was already striker in the squad, so we probably can't have had to bring him on. Kayembe again. Should have come off way earlier, but yeah, hopefully, again, because a lot of games this season, the subs have come on and done an impact for Cleverly. So
yeah, to be fair,
the same tomorrow. So
yeah, what's the score, mate? What's going to be the score? I always put 2-1, mate.
I'll go pitch predictor again. I'll go 2-1 tomorrow.
It makes sense, mate.
Yeah.
Definitely, especially after the Sunderland game. It's my predictors, like when you're predicting it's going to rain. If you keep saying it's going to rain, eventually it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like the pitch predictor, mate.
Yeah. But I'll just keep predicting 6-0 every week. Eventually it will happen. Yeah,
I'm going to do that for this game, and then hopefully that'll come good in 2 weeks' time as well. So
6 Middlesbrough 0 tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that as well. Do a couple of 6-0s. I mean, I don't want to be greedy or nothing.
Yeah.
But right, okay, guys and girls, we're going to go in a second. But just remember, tomorrow night, the fans, the verdict, where you will get the fellow fans get your opinions on the game at home to Middlesbrough, and then Sunday night, you choose the topics. We will discuss them. TMA Sunday Night Live. Both of them at 8:00 as always. Also, just a big shout out to a friend of the show, Caden. The Vicarage Word has taken a hiatus or probably gone now, and I know you were one of their presenters as well, and it's a shame because that was quite a good space as well with Caden and you and the lads. So just a big shout out to Caden. It'd be great to see your space back because that was a really good space on Twitter as well. So shout out to him on that, mate. Anything you want to add, mate? I think the bunker's going to be open as well around 12:30, 1 o'clock. So if anyone wants to get down there, boys and girls.
Are you going to the game tomorrow, Pidge? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm going, mate. Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, I'll probably see you in the bunker then, mate, hopefully.
Yeah, yeah. If not, I'll see it. I'll see it about anyway. But honestly, if you can get down there, it's around 12:30, 1 o'clock. If you can get even earlier, help out, put flags out. Anything you can do, if you can get down there early, that'll be really, really appreciated by Roy and everyone there. Fantastic group, fantastic people that run that. They do it on no money, so they pretty much do cater for you, the fellow fans. So if you can get down there early, get in touch with Roy Moore if you can get down there early and help out. Put any flags or anything.
I think
get down there.
They're doing a flag tomorrow now, like a big. What's it called? What are they called? I don't know.
I know what you mean. Yeah, massive one, mosaic or whatever it's called.
They're doing that tomorrow now. They've done a new one, so I think that's being shown tomorrow. So obviously, you'll have to watch your space, I guess.
It's a picture of Moobs hitting one in the top corner, mate. That's what it is.
I heard it. I heard it's a big picture of Rambo. That's what I heard.
Oh, yeah, they cost too much money, mate. So they decided to do the Moves one instead, mate. Yeah, it's the goal against Port Vale they're showing tomorrow, mate.
My head, surfer flag, just come into my head.
Yes.
Surfer.
Yeah, no, look out for that, boys and girls. So yeah, if you can get down the bunker 12:30, 1 o'clock, if it not before, please do put as much money as you can into that. Roy and the team will really, really appreciate it. So please do. Yeah. Anything else, mate?
No, just come on, you ones.
Right. Here we go. Nice delay before the end.
Nice delay.